Good afternoon, everyone, my lovely people. I had to jump in today and make a video for you because I am so excited about the accidental discovery I made where I figured out how to get rid of my fruit flies infestation. I'm sort of ashamed to have to say that I had that. It's been going on since October of 2022 and it's April 30th, 2023. But the reason I wanted to share with you is because there's a lot of products out there and home methods that talk about how you can get rid of them. Maybe they work, maybe they don't. I did try that apple and it sort of worked a little bit. I got killed about 1 or 2 fruit flies a week, but it wasn't as fast as how fast they were multiplying. So you know if you have a fruit flies infestation because of the following reasons. Now, if you have any of this going on, there's an infestation going on. They may be flying through your kitchen while you're trying to eat. They may be flying through your home. They may be flying into your face at night. They may be flying into your mouth. They may be living in the toilet. Also, I noticed 1 or 2 were trying to crawl on my behind when I was sitting on the toilet. Absolutely disgusting. I could not take it, and I'm a clean person. You can see, my house isn't like super clean, but it's clean. There's trash can here, that's clean. Recycle here, that's clean. Okay, but all of these situations here in my kitchen are the way that I discovered by accident the fruit flies infestation, the way that the fruit flies were continuing to infest my home and how I got rid of them. Okay, so like I was saying, you have an infestation. You don't just have a little problem, but it's like you're not going to be able to get rid of them. If you have like fruit flies that are in your coffee, you're trying to make your coffee, you can't even make a coffee cup in the morning without seeing like 3 fruit flies in your cup. When you stir it up, they're in there and they're still alive because they can live through hot coffee. It's so gross to even say it. They can live through that. You can't just pour water on them because they can float back up and resume their little nastiness. You can't kill them that way. You can't spray water on them, and you certainly can't smash them. If you smash them, you have to rip their body apart, because if you don't, they just unfold their legs and get back up and keep moving. So there's certain ways you have to kill them, and I found out the slow, hard way. Like I said, after 6 months, I am amped. I know I had an infestation partly because the things that the fruit flies like, my husband likes all those things, and he buys them at the store and leaves them sitting around, like bananas and lemons and onions. He likes to keep that stuff out, but even when I put it in the refrigerator, I notice if I open the door, the fruit flies are hanging out in the refrigerator. Now, they have been slowed down once they get that cold, but it does not kill them, because I'm sure you notice that once you open the door and the fruit fly is sitting there and the door's open, they're going to fly away and they're back in the house going around, disturbing you, getting even in your mouth while you're trying to talk. I work from home. They fly in my mouth. I'm trying to talk to customers. I can't get rid of them. They go in my eyes. They go up my nose. And I mean, it's just the most disgusting thing I've ever had to deal with. And, when you try to swat them or like with both hands, kill them, they fly off. Like you can't even kill them that way. They're impossible. So that's why I wanted to share with you today. This is what I found out. So I just have a typical kitchen. Here's my Keurig in the corner there. Okay, and then I have, just regular counter appliances. My floor, I mop it every 3 days because of those net fruit flies, trying to figure out how the heck to get rid of them. And like a lot of people say, you can have a clean house, but you still can't get rid of them. Here's my garbage. Okay, now this is part of it. The fruit flies want to look for the most ideal decomposing situation for them, where they can kind of hang out and be kind of secluded. But of course, in your mind, you have to realize, okay, it needs to be a location with some decomposing something, and it's a way they're not going to really be able to get out quickly because you're going to actually trap them. So they'll get into where they're going because they're kind of determined, and get into a small space and want to live and hang out there and then lay those nasty eggs. And they can lay up to 500 at a time, the female ones. So you have to slow them down and destroy them so they cannot continue. But the funniest thing about this whole discovery, you're going to laugh, Maybe you'll laugh, but it's not funny. I'm really pleased today. I'm at peace today because of finally not saying to my husband, "There's fruit flies are all over still." Like, oh, like that. He just gets sick of me talking about it, I'm sure. But anyway, the most funniest thing about my discovery is one day I woke up and I said, "Where are they at? Where are they at?" Because I knew the fruit flies should be hanging out and bothering us, and that day they just were not. So I just said, "Okay, where are they at?" Okay, so this is my corner of my kitchen. Now, you see, one day I woke up. They only live for like 2 days, so the rest of the fruit flies you see, they're like from those eggs that they lay. This is a corner. I saw two sitting right in the corner right there. That is so weird. There's nothing over there. It's clean. I don't even use anything in that corner. So this is all clean. Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you, the 2 steps. I think it's 2 steps. No, it's like 4 steps that you have to do. But it's easy. They're easy steps. There might be 4 or 5. I'm just saying. Okay, there's my outside. So you see my trash. For your trash can, you hang a bag inside the trash. So you hang a trash bag inside the trash. Put the food-related trash in that brown bag from the grocery store. And you're going to empty this trash, at least try to do it every 2 days. Okay, don't wait 3 days. You're going to notice it'll start smelling. That is a key. That's your message to get that trash out of here and go put it in the garage or in the trash can outside. Because the reason is, when I open this lid, it's not doing it now because I don't have the problem. There will be fruit flies hanging around on the food that you threw in the trash. Because they're trying to look for an ideal decomposing trash situation. So this is the first part. You have to put your food related trash here, and then this other part you can put, paper or whatever, because we have coffee cups and cartons. This is supposed to be recycled, but the stuff that doesn't have food on it, it's going in the regular white part of the trash. So then every 2 days I tie up this grocery bag here and throw it away. Okay, but if I don't do that, I'll open this trash and a fruit fly will fly out of the trash and then be all through the house looking for an ideal situation because I scared them off. They're not able to hang out in the trash because they don't want me to catch them, of course. So that is where the problem continues and multiplies because you let them out of the trash. And that's where they had laid some eggs and hung out and made it worse. So then, okay, so they're hanging out here. But this is the part 2 you have to do now. This is where the accidental discovery was also made. So my trash is very close to the counter. This is really gross, but it works. I had made some tuna casserole in this glass baking dish. And we ate most of it out of here. I froze the rest. Then I didn't get this dish washed quite fast enough. Critical. But the dish has a cover on it. It's not sealed tight, but it covers it while it's cooking so it doesn't take forever. Try to get up close. Okay, so you notice I put that dish in a big old 5-gallon, I think it's a 5-gallon garbage bag. 1 second. I got it from the dollar store. It's a jumbo size storage bag, 2.5 gallons. Okay, so I put it in here. But before I made the discovery, when I went to this dish, after I didn't wash it fast enough, it didn't smell that bad. But do you know there were more than 10 fruit flies hanging out in that dish, trying to get out. They couldn't figure out how to get out of that dish. They were in there. There was a female, a male, and all that. And baby, eggs and all that. So I said, oh, okay, think. So I quickly got one of those jumbo bags from the dollar store, 2.5 gallon, put that dish in it and zipped it up. And those fruit flies started running, trying to get out of that dish. And a lot of them did. But they were caught in the bag. So I smashed a whole bunch of them. The ones that did get out, because when I put that bag over the dish, they kind of moved the lid. So a few of them got out. I zipped it up, killed them. Killed as many as I could. And then I put that dish in the freezer with the bag. The whole thing went in the freezer for about 2 hours so I could kill them. They cannot live if its temperature is less than 32 degrees. So I killed all the remaining ones. Okay, so I smashed as many as I could in the bag. I mean, smashed them, like ripped their body apart, and then put this whole bag in the freezer for 2 hours. And then guess what? I took it out, put it on the counter, and it thawed out. Now it's ready for the next day. Okay, so you see at night, I have, okay, I'm at 10 minutes. This is my cure, but when the coffee can be made and the water's hot enough, there's blue lights that come on. So before I go to bed, I just turn that on. And so there's a blue light. So the fruit flies will go, oh, hang out over here. And they're going to be hanging out and going into this bag. And then in the morning, I just zip it up, put it in the freezer for 2 hours. And this will work because this is ideal. Because you see how close my garbage can is to that dish. The fruit flies come over here. They smell this rotting food. And they hang out in there. But if they couldn't get there right away, they were hanging out in the trash. But when I open the trash, they fly out of the trash. And then they're going to say, okay, let me go hang out in the tuna casserole dish. Now, if you have other dishes around your house, get those out of there. Any dishes or coffee cups with creamer and sugar and the honey and date syrup and all that in there, don't leave that stuff out because you want the fruit flies to only have one place to go to look for the best rotting food situation they can find that's ideal for them. And they think they're being seclusive and being in a protective environment and all that. So this is it. Now you can kind of pull this out if you want. And I'm sure there's probably a smaller dish. Like I didn't get to try even a smaller dish because I don't want to have this big old dish on my counter and it's dirty. I want to have a small dish with small portion of rotting food for them. But I haven't seen not one in the house. But in case they come back, I hope not. But at least I know how to get rid of them. So they're all, like, I haven't seen any fly through the house in 4 days. So you see how quickly I made this video. Okay. So I'm almost done here. I just want to say, yes, you may, you can freeze. You want to freeze them to kill them. You want to zip the bag up, smash as many as you can. You want to make it so the fruit flies want to come here to this rotting food source. This they see as the best rotting food source. Now my tuna casserole is just basic. I had the milk with the cream of mushroom soup and the tuna and the cheese and the potato chips. Basic recipe. I can post mine for you. I'll post it in the notes for you so you have my recipe. It's really good. But I haven't tried any other best rotting food sources. If you have some that you have tried that work, please share. Okay, because I'm sure there's other ones that work. It's just when the food starts decomposing and it's gross, that's when the fruit flies come. But you will be amazed at how fast you can get rid of your infestation if you try my method here. And it's homemade, so I didn't have to buy anything. I didn't try that little vent fan with the blue sucking fan. I want to, but I didn't try it. I tried the little bowl with the apple cider vinegar with the banana in the bottom of it with the little hole poked with a saran wrap plastic over it. The fruit flies zoomed right over to it when I first put it out, but then they flew away. But I didn't notice at the time they were over there in my tuna casserole dish. That's where they preferred that. See what I mean? They preferred that tuna casserole dish for whatever reason with the rotting dish that needed to be clean. I hope I don't know, at some point one day able to still use that dish. It's beautiful and I paid a lot of money for it. But, okay guys, that's all I have for now. As I think there's other discoveries I make. I would certainly love to share them with you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourselves. And please write in the comments or ask any questions. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.